Welcome to Exquisite Taste. This is the Knowledge Power Hour, but it's also Wine Down Wednesday. So if you have your wine, get ready to sip, but make sure you have pen and paper as well, because this is a place where knowledge is not power, but applied knowledge is power. So today's topic is Ask Yvette about home ownership. This is part of our series with Financially Free in 23. And so let me give you a little background real quick about Yvette. Yvette is your knowledge plus action real estate professional with amazing attention to detail. She also is determined and a self-motivated agent who is very dedicated to her clients from the introduction to the oftentimes long-term connections. Yvette priorities are proven are providing exceptional concierge service, utilizing strong negotiation skills to obtain the best outcome, as well as diligently working with her clients every step of the journey to home ownership. She utilized her state-of-the-art technology with worldwide reaches. The systems She has systems in place to streamline buying or selling your home. Not to mention the supportive backing of the number one real estate company in America, that's Keller Williams Realty. She also understands that buying, selling, or investing real estate is an important life event and thrives on ensuring clients have the greatest possible results. You ask Yvette for that experience. She will give you that experience. So she makes her clients happy. She knows that they're going to tell family, friends, and colleagues. So if anytime when you meet her, just ask Yvette. She's got the answers. And without further ado, Yvette.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sonia, for that amazing introduction. Thank you for this opportunity for being here.
You're welcome. So Yvette, I still appreciate the fact that Alois brought us together. I love our times in talking, but I know that people don't know you. So let's tell them a little bit about you.
Well, I am a mother of three awesome teenagers, and they keep me very busy, and they hold me very much accountable for doing and being the best mom that I could be, that God has actually allowed me to do thus far. And I'm so very proud of each and every one of them. And I am new to Georgia. I'm actually a native Washingtonian. And actually, we have been here for almost 2 years now, and it has been a wonderful, wonderful experience. I've met so many amazing people. I have a very supportive family who not only stays in touch, but I've actually, when they come to visit, I get to show them how beautiful the Peachtree State is, because we have learned so much being here in the Georgia area. So outside of that, I am a full-time mom. I am a full-time real estate agent, and I just love what I do. And I just appreciate this opportunity to share my passion with you, not just the speaking of real estate, but especially home ownership, which I am so excited about.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, that's a good thing. So you ready to get started?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Let's get this party rocking. Here we go.
All right.
It's all.
Thank you so much, Sonia. Okay, everyone, we have here, I wanted to share with you all the simple steps of home ownership. They are a little simplistic, but they're very important steps. The main two things that I advise my clients up front would be not only, or people rather, before they become my clients, would be to pick a very good real estate agent. Take your time, and you would want to pick someone that you not only, have good vibes from, but very knowledgeable of this subject of real estate. So it's very important that you take your time in doing that. Next, once you have chosen your particular real estate agent, who will not only work and have your fiduciary responsibility as their priority, but they will, again, pay attention to every detail of the process. So the initial thing you want to look for is to make sure that your real estate agent does what's called a buyer's consultation. And what that is they will simply go over the process of not just who they are, but what they will do on your behalf and during the whole real estate journey from beginning to end. And when I say end, that's you getting to the closing table. And the next thing they should advise you, if you have not already done this, would be to find a qualified lender to get pre-qualified. And pre-qualifying is what actually allows you to know what your buying power is. So before you go, don't put the cart before the horse. You want to know what your buying power is so that you can find and have your real estate agent pull homes that are within your budget. Okay, that is very, very important, because you never want to go and out here looking at, say, $1 million homes, and you know that your budget more so is around $300,000 or $400,000. Nothing wrong with that, but you just want to be prepared. You want to know before you go, is what I call it. So the next step that your real estate agent would want to do is ask your criteria. That all happens in the buyer's consultation. They're going to ask you wonderful questions, not just your name, your preferred, I guess, area that to live in, but the number of rooms that you preferred. If you are interested in a particular size square footage home, if you would like to have acreage, all these things are very, very important. Or prefer you want to have a home that's in a community. Some people prefer to be within a community versus a standalone home. If you would prefer a resale versus new construction. All of these questions is what a good real estate agent would do before you guys hit the pavement and looking for your new home. And so now the fun begins when you're actually ready with the criteria to start searching for your new home. Once you guys start looking, you will go and pick a few houses. And once you actually found your go-to home, or your home that you actually do love, then this is where you and your real estate agent will sit down and talk numbers. When I say numbers, meaning like what you would like to offer, the earnest money that you can put down for the home. Normally it's about 1% of the purchase price of the home, and your agent will advise you all the way. They will not tell you what to do. They would advise you and guide you. A very good agent would do that. They will not, take you and say, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. A very good agent will make sure that you understand the process, and then you're making educated choices with the information that you're provided through your professional real estate agent. So there, you guys sit down, and then the real estate agent that you have will put in the offer for you for your new home. And that's the fourth step, where here it says offer made on your favorite home. Your real estate agent will help you negotiate the best terms. That's what you want. You would love to have and prefer to have and search to have a good real estate agent that will negotiate your best terms, so that you can get not just the best bang for your buck, but you can actually get the home at a price that you're actually putting the offer in for, and any other incidentals that you would like to have. Like, say they're negotiating closing costs. You can always ask the seller for closing help. You can always ask the seller for buyer concessions. That just simply means if you think the carpet needs to be changed, or if you think that just little cosmetic things need to be changed, you can ask for those things. And then once you've done that and your contract is accepted, ching ching, you're almost to the closing table. But there are a lot of different factors that come with that. So the contract is accepted, which is great. Now, here at this step, you actually have to put your earnest money where your mouth is. That means you have to submit that earnest money that you put in that point of sale, that purchase of sale contract. You have to submit that to a brokerage office so that they can put that in escrow for you. Once that part is done, then your due diligence period has actually begun. During your due diligence period, keep in mind, you guys have already discussed how many days. The due diligence period consists of, we normally do 5 to 10 days. If you're purchasing land, it's a little bit longer. But when you're purchasing a house, whether it's a new construction, it's a little bit different. But the standard resale, we normally put down 5 to 10 days so that you can get the inspection done. And we like to advise you all by giving you vendors at that time. We won't tell you which inspector to use, and a good agent will not make you use a particular inspector. They will give you at least 2 to 3 vendors to choose from, and you call and get the pricing, and you make that choice. Always remember that you guys are in the driver's seat and you have the choice. Never let a realtor make you do or choose any particular lender or choose any particular vendor of their choice. You make that choice and you guys make it, collectively, make sure it makes sense to you. So during that time, that's when your inspector will come and they will inspect for wood infestations. That's another inspector that you would get too. So that's separate from your standard inspection, home inspection. You would actually get a wood, i.e. pest inspector. And nowadays they're requesting you all to have radon inspection because they want to make sure that the home is radon free. Okay, so always remember that there are three different type of inspections you should have: the standard home ownership, home repair, or inspection. You have the radon inspection, and you have the pest control inspection. And that's where they come and inspect where there's wood, there's little things in the attic, if there's any flying squirrels and they've gotten in through holes of some sort, or if there are termites around the home. Those are three separate inspector types that you want to have to come and help you during your due diligence periods. And so a very good agent will also make sure they help you understand that things have to be done in an expeditious manner. You cannot take your time. They need to get done. You need to make sure that the inspector is there. You are there doing the inspection at least 30 minutes to an hour after once they're finished. You need to be there to discuss things. All buyers should be there during the inspection. It should be never a reason for you not to be there. The next step is the loan approval process. That's where you're actually working. Okay. Yes, I'm sorry.
Before you get to the loan approval,
yes.
Everyone, I need you to like and share and follow Exquisite Taste. And I need you to look at this Q code.
Okay.
You see that down here? That's Les. This is Liz Galore Brands. Let's create something magical. When I tell y'all, this girl is a beast with these marinades. She is a chemist. You can put this stuff on anything. I was telling y'all that she has this special going on with the Texas loaded potato. Let me do this right quick because I need y'all to see this. Y'all see this?
Yes.
You see this?
Oh my gosh.
She delivered this to me hot and ready to go. Y'all, this thing is beautiful. It tastes good. I done taste a little bit of everything in here. She has one of her favorite sauces in here, the Lola Rose. It is phenomenal in there. She has chives. She cooked the bacon, applewood bacon. She cooked it and she chopped it up and put it in here. Everything is made fresh to go. So y'all better get y'all. I'm gonna be eating on this for about 2 days. I already know. So I just wanted y'all to see that and just to know that I'm being for real. This girl is good at what she do. She does meal preps. So hit the Q code and check Liz Galore Brands out. I promise you, you will not regret it. And it's back in your hands, Yvette.
Thank you so much, Sonia. That's an awesome commercial, guys. Make sure you have scanned our QR code because, again, the folks that Miss Sonia has on are amazing people, and I just adore that she reaches out and she helps and she, really supports everybody. And so, without further ado, I'm going to go back to the process. I sort of scanned over the due diligence period, and I don't know if you can fully see it, but I hope you can. But that's a period that you want to discuss in full detail with your agent, with the seller disclosures, the HOA disclosure, and all that good stuff. And now we're going to move forward to the loan approval process. Now, as I shared with you before up top about getting pre-qualified, that's more of an informal process. Now, this is when the underwriting comes in. This is when the formal part takes place where your lender makes sure that all of your numbers match up, all of your credit report matches, your employment status, your pay stubs, and your, the tax reports. All of those things need to line up in addition to your credit score. And this is the part that's so essential and so key to you literally getting to the closing table. Because if they can't actually get you through this loan process, then it's, as you see here, it's either going to be rejected or approved at this point. And so that's why at that point, your agent will discuss with you, and you guys will decide how long your lender needs to get you through the underwriting process. And all of that is a part of the initial point of purchase and sale contract. So we've moved through that part. You've gotten approved. And the next thing is the buyer secures homeowner's insurance. Never.
Okay, before we go there, let me ask you this. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
No, no.
Let me ask you this.
Hmm.
When you're going through the loan approval process, if you've been pre-approved, does that help alleviate some of the time span of what you have to go through with the loan approval with the underwriter?
To a certain degree, it will, because that's why we make sure that we allow our clients to know the difference. You've gotten pre-qualified, and that's with like a soft credit pull, and they've just taken all of your information verbally. And
Mm-hmm.
like, say for instance, you tell them, oh, I make $150,000. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I've been employed for 20 years at the same job. All of those things have to be verified. So therefore,
Okay.
this is when that happens, that all of what you told them, you provide documentation. You provide your leave statements, you provide your bank statements, you provide any documents that they need you to submit so that they can actually qualify you to the pre-approval stage. So this is
Mm-hmm.
where that's done. So the pre-qualification allows you to know how much they can actually finance you for based upon the again, the soft pull of your credit and the information you share with them. Now this part is a verification process. So that
And you
means,
have to bring those papers to the table for this.
yes, yes.
So is there a list that people can get, like from you, so they can already have all that as they go through this journey after the before the due diligence part,
Oh,
so they can have their ducks in a row?
absolutely. But this is the thing, when you're working with your lender, yes, indeed. I
Mm-hmm.
when I connect my buyers with the lenders of choice, if they haven't already come pre-approved, then yes, indeed. When I introduce them, I have a list in the email. When I do an email introduction, I have a list of the documents that they need to pull together so that the
Mm-hmm.
lender can make their job easier and get things done. And so by the time they've gotten them pre-approved or whatever, they've already gotten steps closer to the underwriting. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
I definitely do that so they can get themselves prepared, because this part is so important, because you have a certain period of time to get through this process.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's very important to make sure that you do exactly what the lender is asking you to do and get those documents in. So yes.
Okay.
Okay. And so here, the other part that your lender will also discuss with you, because nowadays the insurance is tied into your looked into your actual mortgage now. So this
Right.
insurance has to be secured through the process as well. Your lender, you will choose your own insurance, because you will actually, because sometimes homeowners, already have vendors that they've already, gone through or may use for other things. You can choose your own insurance, or the lender will actually provide you with some insurance companies that you can get quotes from. But you have to secure that before you can close on any deal, because they will not let you leave the table without having insurance, because anything could happen to your home by the time you close it. Yes.
Okay. Fatima has a question.
Yes.
She asked, "How long, hypothetically, may this portion take? Guesstimate."
Well, in getting information and working directly with lenders, anywhere from say 14 to 21 days.
Mm-hmm.
14 to 21 days, because what happens during this phase too, the lender not only has to pull all the documents together, but their underwriting department has to verify the numbers. The lender that you're working with is the face person, the person that you have communication with. And then there's a whole nother department that does the underwriting. So it can take up to about 21 days is what they've advised.
She said, "Got it. Thank you."
Absolutely. So here, your escrow company pay off debts. Your lender's working with you here, and this part here was says payoff and collections. Your lender's working with you. If there's anything on your credit or as part of your debt to ratio income that will help you, say, secure this loan a lot better, they may advise you, hey, pay off this credit card. Or you have a house that you're buying. How about you tie your house into this loan because you only owe a little bit, maybe another $50,000. Tie that in, so therefore your debt to income ratio can decrease, and you'll qualify again for more home, and your numbers will line up a lot better. But the lender will talk to you in more detail about that, because as an agent, we stay in our lane. we
Right. I
definitely
get it.
Yes, we definitely stay in our lane when it comes to the numbers. So the buyer conducts a final walkthrough. So this is very, very important. The final walkthrough is done once you've been pre-approved, you secure your insurance, and you've gotten all your debts paid off that were advised of you. Maybe none, but it can, whatever the lender says. And at this point, you're actually ready to get to the closing table. As an agent, You always, always, always advise your client to do a final walkthrough before the closing day. And the date is normally the day before you close or the morning before you close. And that's advised so that you can put your eyes on your home, make sure no act of, God or no weather or anything have happened, or the old homeowners haven't done something to the home, or just some vandal. You just never know. But you always do a final walkthrough before the close, either the day before or the morning of your closing. Here, the signing of documents by both seller and buyer. And that's when you're at the table with the seller and buyer. So you guys will be there. Sometimes the seller doesn't even have to be. Sometimes the sellers can get documents. The way things have changed now, the seller gets their documents via computer. They can sign off on them, and voila, you don't even have to be at the table. Truly, you don't have to be there. Just the buyer and the closing attorney and your agent will be there. So it's different scenarios.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions through this part, Miss Sonia?
No.
Okay. So here you got documents signed signed documents sent to the lender. So the lender will send you documents prior to your closing. It has to be done no less than 3 days. If you don't get the documents and say your closing day is March the 31st, and you don't get the documents until the 29th, you are not closing on the 31st. So always remember that your agent should let you know that if you don't get your documents to review at least 3 days prior, you cannot go to close. It's just a law in the state of Georgia and the state of Maryland. So you have to make sure that all of your documents are in, your lender's working on your behalf to get the documents to you, as well as the attorney, because those are how you're getting all these documents. They're called closing documents that you're going to sign and have time to review. Because when you're at the table, you're just signing them. You've already had time to review them by the time you get there. And that's the important part. That's what you're supposed to do. It's like a period where the buyer gets to read over everything while you're signing. Okay. And here,
y'all hear that? She said the buyer reads over everything. The key word is read. Yes. Please read every line.
Yes. So here, after approval of documents, lender wires funds and gives an okay to the record. So to the record simply means to have things recorded, have all your documents recorded within the state that you're living in. And so wired funds, sometimes you can bring a check, sometimes you can do wired funds. And I'm just going to touch upon this part too. Always remember that any wired funds, you want to make sure that if the closing attorney is requesting your closing costs to be wired, there are wired instructions. Never wire anything without verifying any requests that you've gotten via email or even by the phone or whatever they told you. When you get your wired instructions, always, always, always call that closing attorney's office to verify that it actually came from them, because there is such a thing as wire fraud, and it happens all the time. And if you send it and you did not verify those funds or verify the receipt area or the closing attorney prior to, there's a lot that they can't even do for you. There's really nothing that they can do for you at that point. And they can try to get your funds back, but there's no guarantee, I promise you. So you always want to, before you wire, know that you've gotten the correct codes, know that you've gotten the correct extensions where you're supposed to wire, and you speak to the people, because fraud happens all the time. It can look an email can look just like your closing attorney's office that you've gotten regular. You've communicated with them all this time, and the email will look just like theirs with their logo, with everything, but they're requesting that funds and they've intercepted it, and boom, you've sent your funds there, and there's nothing that anyone can do about it, honestly.
So when you get, because I get what you're saying with that. So when you get that paperwork, does it come with the paperwork that you have to go over, or is that something that they email to you separate?
Yes, it's emailed separate. The wire request is always emailed separate. Your documents are emailed for you to look over and sign, like through DocuSign, which is electronic signature. And then the wire request is always separate, and it's exclusive to those instructions only. It's not confusing. Okay. Yeah. And there's a telephone number on there. You always call that number on there to verify that they in fact have sent it to you, and they will give you verbal instructions as well as a code to match up with your when you're sending your wired funds. Okay.
So say this, if they did, let's say it's not them,
Mm-hmm.
and you call that number and it goes to somebody else that's not them, wouldn't it be safe to say, do a little due diligence and call that office by the other number if the numbers are not matching up?
Oh, absolutely. That's why I said the number that's on that email, you call it. You call it for
Hmm.
sure, and make sure that the people that you've been communicating with at that attorney's office, they know,
Hmm.
yes, we did send this to you, and here are the instructions, X, Y, and Z. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because what happens is the numbers can be the same on there, but the link is the fraud. You follow me? Everything is down to the wire, but you should verify that you are in receipt from that particular closing attorney. You always want to verify. Okay. And that's when you call to make sure that they're the ones that sent you the link, and they'll give you further instructions, because there are a couple of steps to it. But the closing attorney would tell you their steps personally. Okay.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay, got it. All right. So here we got documents recorded at the county recorder. That's all a part of the process of the closing attorney. There are fees required for this, which all a part of your closing fees. All those will be discussed with you ahead of time so that you'll know exactly what all of those line items are. And then you always want to make sure that your deed is recorded, because it's a responsibility of the closing attorney, and you're paying them. So they're going to be responsible for making sure that they record this deed in the deed of records for that county. They're going to do that, because you don't want a situation where somebody comes down the line and says, oh no, I own this house, or there's a lien on your property. That's why they do that research ahead of time, to make sure there's no lien, or there's no situation where somebody else could possibly own it, because sometimes estate sales could have that issue where you have people leave their property to kids or to aunties or nieces or whatever, and someone else in that family can stake claim to that particular property. So you always want to make sure that your closing attorney has provided the proper documents to you, and they've done the research, and that your deed is free and clear, and they record it. Because once it's recorded, it's yours. It's yours.
Right.
If they don't record it, then there's a problem that somebody could come and try to take your home from you. Okay.
All right.
So now we have here almost the last final steps. We have you send back to the escrow company disputes funds or distribute funds. At this point, you said you are giving the key. Okay, at this point, this was when you're at the closing table with the documents recorded, and now you get the escrow. So when the seller has actually provided all of their documents, and the buyer has provided their closing money via wire transfer or certified funds, then the escrow company will distribute funds to the seller. The seller will not get anything until everything's been processed, and then the seller gets their money. And at this point,
Okay.
once you're at the table too, that's when you get your keys to your new home. You get all your documents, and you get your new keys to your new home. Okay.
Okay. Well, Fatima got a question. She said, "Is the recording time frame fairly quick?"
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That doesn't take long at all for them to go down. It's a matter of a few days that the attorneys will do that, because it's within their best interest, because you're paying them to do it. So they
Hmm.
are required to record your deed with the deed of records. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And the documents that you're supposed to have here, as we said here, your title policy, your deed, and everything else, you get hard copies of those at the closing table for you to secure and keep in a safe place, because it's very important because these are all signed documents. These are the verified documents, the signed documents of your actual home ownership that you will get from your closing attorney the day that you close, in addition to your keys.
Okay. I have a question.
Yes.
Just to be curious, what are some of the major things that you have? This me being nosy.
Mhm.
Some of the major things that you went through that would stop a home from closing.
Wow, that is a very, very, very good question, because as an agent, we advise our clients to do not make any purchases, any big purchases. Do not buy any cars. Do not take out credit cards. Do not co-sign on any loans. So yes, I have seen that happen, where people thought that, oh my gosh, I can buy this car. They're not going to know that I bought a car just yesterday. I promise you,
Mhm.
they will pull your credit the morning of your closing. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. And if they see anything discretionary that's out of line from the time they pulled it, was it, I guess, maybe 30 days prior, you will not close. I promise you. You will be literally at that table thinking you're going to sign documents, and they will come in and tell you, sir or ma'am or couple, we see here that you just did X, Y, and Z, or you co-signed for this loan. Your debt to ratio has changed, so you no longer qualify for this
Okay.
particular home. You know?
And Fatima said, for how long time, the time period.
What do you mean, how long?
She want to know, I guess, the time period of how long will it be before you can buy. Oh, she said, okay, so don't spend anything for a while until you get the home.
Yes, yes. So when you're ready to make your purchase, because a home ownership, you really want to stay focused. You shouldn't be spending and buying anything anyway. And it's not that you can't, like, say, for instance, like buy little things for your house, say, little things, and get some furniture or something, just little purchases here and there. No big purchases that's going to change your debt to ratio income. Do not go and buy a whole new living room suite. That's craziness. You know what I mean? It's just it doesn't. Yeah, as much as you would like to, if you do it before you start the loan process. Okay.
Right.
And then make sure that, okay, if it's going to be delivered, 30 days from now, whatever the case is, that's already on there. They're made aware of that debt. They may ask you to pay it down. If you have already gotten like a credit card that's a little bit higher, they can tell you, okay, if you bring this credit card down a little bit, it's going to change the numbers. Because again, like I tell you, the lender is the numbers guy. And so they will tell you when your debt to ratio is at a certain point, this will actually change how much you actually can, what your buying power is. So what we do as agent, we advise our clients, do not make any crazy purchases, because again, once you found your home and you've gone to close, you can go and buy a car the same day. You closed on that home already. If you really must have a brand new home and you say, a car, you say, you know what, I want to have a brand new house and I want to have a brand new car at the same time, make that car your last choice after you've closed it, because your home is a bigger purchase and it requires a lot more of your time and your attention and your money, and the numbers have to add up.
Okay. Fatima says, so once the loans start, be very frugal
Yeah.
with everything till the end.
Yes. Be very, very frugal. Absolutely. Because it will be to your best benefit, to everything that you want to do. You've been saving, you've been, desiring, you've been working hard to get this brand new home. Why mess it up just because you couldn't be disciplined to just wait a few more weeks to get something else? Yeah, your money can buy it, of course. You know what I mean? Your money can buy, what you're capable of doing. And yes, you pay off debt. However, if you were qualified at this time, based upon this debt to income ratio, it needs to stay the same by the time you go to close. Those numbers have to stay the same, because that could be the difference between you closing that day, you walk in there and all excited and ready to finish sign those documents, to that the closing attorney telling you, sir, ma'am, we can't do this for you today, not today. Then you can go back and make some changes and the house may be there, who knows? But we cannot close. You cannot close on this home today.
Okay, we have a question. Lois said, are the taxes included in your mortgage?
Taxes? Yes, they are. Taxes are included. Some people have a choice. I tell you this, some people, the lenders prefer the taxes to be a part of that, because it allows the homeowner to know what their actual mortgage is. Okay. However, some homeowners can opt, if they're very disciplined and they're going to pay attention to when the tax bill is due, then they can opt not to put it into. You do have a choice. Some lenders will advise you to do it, because again, it's a new thing, it's a new process, a new bill, and just to make sure that you do not have a situation where you're missing your tax due date. And so it's twice a year, of course, that you pay your taxes. But when it's tied into your loan, then they put it in escrow and they pay it for you.
Okay.
Yep.
Y'all see this Q code down here?
Yeah.
This is the endorsed brand company of exquisite taste. I'm telling you to scan this because KTB Enterprise Unlimited, has phenomenal service, y'all. I got the pleasure to sit down with the husband and wife team, power team,
Mm.
and I end up getting gifted some pink sugar luxury
Oh,
oil. And I'm trying to see what was the difference in the other that I got that I purchased and this, but me doing what I'm doing, a lot of people at work kept asking me, what you got on? And I had the pink sugar all day Monday. Bestie, thank you. They was asking what did I have on, and it was the pink sugar. I like the scent. I love the way it blends in my chemistry. It is fun. It's a good thing, y'all. I'm telling you, this guy is phenomenal. What they do, he is the concierge of colognes and perfumes. And then I ended up buying a one called Drug. Gorgeous packaging.
oh,
Um, I think Drug is a new love of mine. Um, Me and my girlfriend, who is the owner's wife, we tried it on and it smelled totally different on both of us, but it smelled doggone good. And you can't beat that. This is a package, and this is black owned. This is the name of it. It's Fragrance Story is the name of the company, but the name of this one is Drug.
okay.
It comes in a gorgeous little bottle, as you can see, and it smells very good, very light. This is my summer cologne, I mean perfume.
Hmm.
So this is what I'm gonna be wearing most of the summer. It's very inviting, very, I'm gonna say it this way. It's got this erotic feel to it. So if you're a very sensual woman, this might be the one for you if it goes with your body chemistry. Okay.
Awesome.
So check them out. They are the Black Macy's, which we call Macy's, to Macy's. You can't beat them. Their prices are none compared. I promise you. You'd rather go to them than to go to Macy's or Dillard's.
Okay.
They understand that. I don't know what else to tell you, but reach out. They still got a couple of more MAC lipsticks, 2 for $25. If you're a MAC girl, go ahead and get it. They got it for a limited time. They only have a few left. So, like I said, scan the Q code, reach out to them, anything you want. Oh, yeah, by the way, I even also ordered my classics, which is the original Issey Miyake, and I ordered my Perry Ellis 360. He called me, he texted me today and said he got it in. I wasn't expecting that. That's quick. From Sunday to now, that's quick.
Yes.
So if I can get it that way, I know everybody can. So y'all check them out. KTB Enterprise Unlimited Luxury is justified when you deal with them.
Wow.
So y'all better go ahead at it. Back to you, Yvette.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. Yes. I love it. I love it. Bet on black, bet on, look, support anything black, as they say. What Issa Rae
Exactly.
say? Anything
Yes.
black. In the words of Issa Rae, I'm betting on
Mm-hmm.
black.
Bet it on it all the time because
Yes.
Black excellence.
Yes.
When you walk it, you talk it.
Yes. Absolutely.
You really, really do.
Absolutely.
And now, Yvette, I need you to tell these people why they should choose you.
Well, you know what? I am the go-to girl with all the answers. My passion is real estate. My passion is helping people. And I know that being a homeowner will take everybody that step closer to being fulfilled in their life of actually having the opportunity to own a home. I think everybody should have that, have experienced the opportunity to own a home. And no matter what, even if you don't want to invest, I mean, because investment is for other folks or whatever who want to really dip dab. But if nothing else, you want to own your own home, own a piece of this land in this world. And I want to be that agent to do just so, because not only do I pay attention to details, but I definitely am the agent that will not allow you to settle for a property just because I want to make a sale. I want to make sure that everything I heard you say, that you get in your home. Yes, you may have to make a little bit of, adjustments here and there because you're not going to get everything, but surely you can get most everything in your home, and advising the clients of just that. And whether it be new construction is the best thing, whether it be resale or whether it be just, having what do you call it? Oh my goodness, it's what do we call it? We actually call it multi-generational housing. You know, whatever it is, I am the go-to girl to help you do that.
So scan her Q code, y'all. It's right here. This is her landing page. So if you scan it, you know she has a questionnaire that you can fill out, and she'll get back with you, and she'll be able to give you these. Y'all, she is connected. So let's say you're here and you're moving to California. She got you.
Yes.
Let's say you here and you want to go to New York. She got you.
Yes.
So scan the Q code
Yes. And not
and
only
talk.
that, Sonia, I am an agent in the DMV. I actually
So
sell real
what?
estate in the DMV area as well, where I'm originally from. That's why I hold my
Mhm.
original license in the
Okay.
DMV. And so not only do I go back and forth, but I
Mhm.
actually can help you. And I have a great team, not only here, but in the DMV as well. And Keller Williams is, again, my go-to, and all of the agents, my teams, they are absolutely amazing. So whatever it is that I do in terms of service and providing a quality concierge service, as I say I do, they do the same thing. And I would not put you in the hands of anybody other than someone that is like-minded like me, that will be hands-on with our clients. Absolutely.
Y'all see that? That's being connected. When you're connected,
Yeah.
Vanessa said, "You go, girl."
Yeah.
Because when you're connected and you got people that, as we said, like-minded, that think like you, their walk is like you,
Yeah.
they're honest, they're very dependable.
Yes.
Then everybody eats from the table.
Absolutely.
Everybody,
Yep.
and so I appreciate that. I have another question.
Yes.
What do you when people are going into this? What type of mindset? I know when you said that, you might not get everything you want,
Hmm.
see where you want to tweak, but getting into this, what do you recommend for people before they make any phone calls?
I
As long
recommend that, and I'm glad you asked that question, because actually, just before I actually got online, I have a old client, a previous client, and her niece is looking to purchase, but she's very nervous, and I know her,
Mhm,
very well. And she wants to, go out and start looking. But what I advise, and I'm so glad you asked that question, is to have an open mind. Dispel your fears. Dispel your fears, because you don't want to be fearful walking into a process like this. Because, like I said, in anything, if you're a faith believer, if you walk by faith, God did not give us a spirit of fear, because you're fearful of what? Of making a purchase and failing. Life is about risk, but we walk by faith because God does what? He allows us to make these mistakes, and then he helps and guides us because we consult with him. So if you have these desires to be a homeowner, and God says yes because your finances are in this place, then don't add that extra layer of, just say, despair or fear onto it. Walk into it with an open mind, and then also ask questions. Ask questions, because when you're a lot more informed, it allows the process to be that more streamlined. Because
mhm,
yes, it's a large purchase, but if you don't take the step, if you don't take that step of faith, faith without works is dead. You can believe that you'll be a homeowner, but you're not taking the steps to do. That's why my thing is knowledge plus action. Get informed, but make some moves. Don't be
mhm,
afraid. Don't stay in that place. And again, get with an agent that will understand where you are and help you get through this process by being as informed and informing you along the way. Because again, in most situations, you want to have someone not only that understands that you have a little reservations, but also that you can put those sort of fears on them. Say, you know what, I'm a little nervous, but I'm going to go with you. Don't trust me. I tell you, trust God. Trust
mhm,
God. Okay. Trust God, and know that God did not put me here to mess anybody up, because I'm walking by faith as well. So you want an agent that is not only faith, that is faith based, but you also want to know that their walk is genuine. So that part
mhm,
is very, very important. If that's your thing, if that's something that's important to you, make sure that commonality, that connection is truly there. And that's why I say also, not just in my bio, but I believe this, and this is how it's been, that people that I meet, we connect on a level beyond just agent and client. We
right.
connect beyond that, because I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to call you every day and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. but the connection is there where there's a mutual respect, so that you know that I'm the professional and I know that you're the client, and you're in your lane, I'm in my lane, and I'm here to do what? Provide a service. I'm here to serve. And I
That's
love doing what I do. So my to answer that again is, I will help you dispel and to open your mind, hope you open your mind up to the process, and not let fears and apprehensions stop you from doing so.
mhm. I like that.
Okay.
And I got another question.
Hmm.
I think we hit on this, but this was just me and you, but I'm gonna bring it up again.
Okay.
Because she said Fatima said she liked that. Um, my thing is, I think of a home ownership just like a business.
Hmm.
And so, with that being said, even relationships, a lot of people don't think that, but a marriage is a business.
Yes.
You got the CEO and you got the COO. So, it's a business, or CFO.
Right.
So, even with the house being treated as a business, because I know sometimes people get in the house and they think that's it.
Right.
What do you tell them?
I would tell them, for one, that the house, and I agree with you, the house is like a business. You have to take care of it. I equate it to a house being like a baby. You cannot just think that the baby is going to take care of itself. You have to nurture the baby, you have to take care of it, and the baby will grow, and the baby will get you what? Some dividends, because the baby is going to grow up and never know, turn around and take care of you. You know what I mean? Just
Right.
like a house is, when you actually take care of that house, you will get some residuals from that home, whether it be your
Mm-hmm.
equity, whether it be a matter of having a place for your family to stay, and for emergencies. You never know, because you taken that leap of faith to buy a home will actually be an asset, not just to you, but to other people who might be, in need temporarily. Your children may have to come back home and say, Mom, it's getting a little tough out here. And, again, right now we're doing multi-generational homes all the time, where mothers are staying, or mothers and dads, or parents rather, are in the homes with the children again, with the adult children. And that's just the way it is, because again, that family nucleus has got to come back together. So,
Mm-hmm.
to answer your question regarding that, yes, it is like a business, but in anything, you have to nurture it. You have to know going in, you can't just buy the house and think you're going to still be spending like you used to spend before. It takes discipline. And if you want to do anything great in life, it takes discipline. You have to discipline yourself. You cannot go in anything and be willy-nilly, because what you put into it is what you're going to get out. If you don't take care of the home, and say, for instance, you have to move for the job or something, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, okay, now I got to sell my house. You may not have as much equity as you think you're going to have in that home, all because that you didn't do the certain things, like take care of the HVAC system. You didn't make sure that repairs were done. Say the carpet is worn, or walls have gotten messed up for whatever reason, and you just let it go. Then
Mm-hmm.
again, if you don't do the things to take care of your home, it's not going to take that great care of you. And that's what I like to tell people. You have to put the time in. You have to love your home. And believe me, your home should be a representation of you as the person. When people walk into your home, yeah, I mean, really, it should be a representation of you, truly,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fatima says so very true. Because sometimes I think people think that it's just like everything else. They say, okay, it's a one hit, I'm done, I got it, but they don't understand. The lightning might strike. Freaks of nature happen all the time.
Yeah.
Certain insurance, when it's something like that, they might not, be able to handle it. That's why you have the warranties,
Mm-hmm.
the owner warranty, or you get another company that'll come in and be, I call it like gap insurance,
Uh-huh.
come in and make sure that they're able to take care of that.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And I'm glad you mentioned warranty, because I want to say this too. As an awesome negotiator, your agent should be able to negotiate things like homeowners warranty especially on resales. So in the beginning of your, offer period, it should be discussed. If you see that the appliances, say for instance, you've gotten your inspection done, and they're kind of like on their last leg, they're working. And because every appliance you don't have to take care of, every appliance in the home, you don't have to like just what do you call it, replace. Or your HVAC, you may have to replace that. It's working. You know what I mean? It's actually working. For your water heaters working. However, you want to get a warranty, and you can literally ask your seller to pay for a homeowner's warranty for everything in your home. And they will do that. That will be your negotiation request. So again, when you're doing this, there's so many benefits to, being on the buyer's end or the seller's end, but mainly on the buyer's end, because you can ask for not just closing concessions, they can actually help you with closing costs, as well as you can say, hey, I would like a homeowner's warranty. The inspection came back, the all the appliances and the HVAC system, it's not brand new, and no, you haven't replaced it. And the disclosures say, okay, they've been serviced. However, I would like a warranty, a homeowner's warranty, and I would like that seller to pay for it. And you can get that, truly.
Okay. Y'all hear that? You can get that. So, if you have someone like Yvette,
Yes.
and you ask her the questions,
Yeah.
she'll be able to get you connected in a way that you will be a happy homeowner in the end.
Yes, yes. Because you know what though, and Sonia, I would say this, and I don't want to take a whole lot of your time. I know you want to share with some other stuff too. When you first purchase your home, these are the things that as a brand new homeowner you should do for yourself, and that's part of not just discipline, but to keep your paperwork in order, because you know that these things have to be serviced. Keep your dates. Keep the dates when things have been serviced or when you replace something, and you have the buyer's the owner's manual of things. Keep all of those things in a very safe place, because I have run across sellers that have been so diligent in terms of just maintaining the process and just things in their home, that it made the buying process so seamless, because the sellers kept all of their documents, that the buyer was able to get those things transferred, read up on it, and know, okay, what she replaced this, the roof was done XYZ by this particular company, and the HVAC system was replaced by this company on this date. All of those things were transferred to the new buyer. That's a great situation to be in, a very sweet situation to be in. But if you're the buyer that does not have that, then you start it. You keep those great records when you actually do get your roof repaired, or, say you add a new deck on the back of your home, or you finish the basement because the basement was unfinished when you purchased a home. Whatever you've done, keep a great record of it. And I promise you, your new buyer, if you have to sell, will love you for it. And that will be a much seamless selling process for you.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the selling process it can be just as easy
Yes.
if you do the ABCs
Yes.
of it.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, we're at the top of the hour. Do you have any parting words?
I want to say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for this opportunity. As I shared with you before, I love real estate. I love talking real estate. I pray that everyone has an opportunity to be a homeowner. You should definitely want to do that. And I pray that everyone does, and they do take that leap of faith to do that. And I also pray that you get a good agent to help you literally step by step on that journey to make it as seamless as possible, even through the rocky times, because there are going to be a little rocky times of situations, but they know how to keep the situation calm and get you through. And communication is always key. Always communicate with your agent, whatever your concerns are, whatever your needs are. Make sure that agent is listening to you, and that you guys are working together as a team. And I promise you, you will win. You will come out on top. And again, I just thank you for this opportunity, Sonia. So excited. Thank
I
you.
am too. Fatima said, "Thank you. You were awesome."
Thank you. This was so fun.
Again, y'all. Y'all talk to her. I'm gonna send her. I'm gonna put her Q code back up here. Scan it. Even if you don't want to talk to her now, scan it, save it, so you'll be able to talk to her in the future when you think that you're ready. When you thinking that you might be ready, you need to be able to talk to her.
Yes.
I'm telling you, she can get you to the steps or to the connect with the mortgage company, so you can ask the questions there. I think she's well connected.
Yeah.
So y'all contact her, scan her Q code.
And even, oh, good. I was going to say, even if they're not ready, if they know someone else who is ready, their family member, their colleague, reach out and connect us. I would love to work with people. And then if I got to come back and circle and work with you, that's what I do. But if you know someone who's ready to purchase right now, by all means, just like how you and I met, Miss Johnson, she's like, hey, Yvette, I want you to meet my friend. I want you to be on her show. And I'm just like, hey, connections, that's how they do. Referrals work just like that. They work just
Mm-hmm.
like, and I would appreciate any referral. That's the highest compliment. That's what my business card says.
Mm-hmm.
The highest compliment that anyone could give me is a referral of their family member, their friends, and their colleagues. So do that for me, guys.
Vanessa said, great job, valuable information. Machine, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Machine. She said, great information. Petronella said, great job. Alois, as you seen, she said, yes, she is awesome. She said, you're awesome. And y'all, this will not be the last time she'll be on. She'll be talking about selling a home. She'll be coming back talking about buying investment property.
Yes.
And did you tell me that did tell me you deal with commercial,
Well, I'm
right?
connected with our commercial brokerage because our brokerage does have a commercial division. So yes,
Okay.
I definitely work with the head commercial folks there. We have a dynamite team there. So yes, I am connected with those guys too. Yes.
Vanessa said, understanding the process is a critical must. Home education is key.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pat said commercial. So Pat, you better call her so you can talk to her about commercial. I mean, get you connected to someone that can talk to you about commercial property.
Yes, absolutely.
But like I said, she'll be back on. She'll be on to talk about investing and talking about selling homes. If it's any of you out here who wants to sell a home, ask Yvette.
Yes.
If you want to do investments, ask Yvette. If you buy a home again, ask Yvette.
Yes, absolutely.
She is the lady with all the answers. And if she don't have them, she will find someone with them. You know, we're not ashamed. Everybody's growing. Our knowledge base expands every minute of the hour.
Yes.
So understand, she's a good go-to. So
Thank you.
be adamant about what you want and let it manifest out, because everything starts, as she said, with a dream. So
yes,
go ahead, put your thoughts to process so you can have that dream that you're looking for.
yeah,
And again, she will be back. I got some confirmations that got to come through. If the insurance people will not be coming on next week, they'll be coming in on the 3rd. So once they finalize that, we will be talking about insurance, because life is worth living.
Mhm.
But to leave this world unprepared is not good at all. It's not good at all. So, for Financially Free, we're going to talk about insurance. And we got a great team that will be coming on to discuss that with us. So if you have any questions or concerns, they will be the ones to answer it. So if they're not on, then let's bring it to the table. We'll be here, and we're going to talk about the blaming game. So that's one of our topics we're going to throw in just in case. Thank you, Petronella. Thank you, my Pat. She said, great topic, Sonia. So we're going to talk about the blaming game. Either it's going to be the next week or it's going to be the week after. And we're going to come on either Friday, I think it's Friday, or Monday.
Mhm.
And we're going to be talking about the vision board. We're going to be talking about the intent to come to the solution. So we'll be on an hour, and we're going to discuss that, because I need y'all to keep working on it. I know a lot of you have texted me and said you have your vision boards together, which I'm so proud of y'all, because you need to see where your goals need to be. And some of us are doing things very detailed, because we want this year to go out with a bang, with all goals met. So we're going to talk about how to set those intentions. If you have your booklet, start working it, and I'll explain it more if you don't understand. And those who don't, let me know. I can send you the paperwork through email. So DM me, call me, Instagram me, wherever. You know how to reach me. I'm everywhere. So reach me and reach out to me. Those who have my phone number, and I have a line that's coming. So if y'all want to start calling in on the line, we'll have that as well. So just let me know, so we can get the ball rolling. We can start talking about these intentions, because we're going to be doing this all year. Even if we have to come back on the same topic, just so you can get an understanding. I don't have a problem with that.
Mm.
You tell me how I can be of service to you in order for you to be financially free in 23. And then we're going to do it again next year and next year and next year until God tells me to stop.
Yes.
Because we as a people need to be financially free.
Yes, we do.
Okay?
Yeah.
We're on every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, thank you, Fatima. She said yes. We're on at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So come on in. Sharing is caring. Share the video. If you watch it in a replay, put replay. Let me know you watched it. If you have any questions, let me know. I can reach whoever you need me to reach so they can answer the question. All questions will be heard and responded to. So like, follow, share. Okay, and sharing is caring. If you're not watching here, if you're on YouTube, let me know you're on YouTube. We're all over. So,
Okay.
and I am going to say it again: knowledge is not power if you don't apply it.
Yes.
That's the only way it's powerful is when you apply it. And don't be afraid. Jump off the cliff, walk off the cliff, roll off the cliff. Whatever you got to do to get started, just do it.
Just do it.
Because you can plan and plan and plan, and the next day you'll be taking your last breath. Sometimes you have to take that leap of faith.
Yeah.
Let's not go to the grave saying we wish we could have, would have, should have.
Yeah.
Let's go out here and do something great. And I will bid you all good night.
Good night.